seeing Stargate for Splurge, although he's mined out completely in his main and not transferring those probes immediately, although he is getting a third expansion, so he's still further ahead in economy than Broodboy. Good, very good size storm there. Well, good because Splurge really didn't even attempt. Well, why is he backing out now? Oh yeah, Dark Templars. But he can still size storm that and take out those Dark Templars, but still, he should just be throwing down those size storms to kill off those his opponent's units even faster, so his own units don't suffer as much damage. Even though he has an economic disadvantage, Broodboy that is, he didn't lose as many units. He's been playing pretty much defensively all game except that one counterattack. So he is right now he's at an advantage. But if his opponent fully saturates his second base and Broodboy is being mined out in his main, then Splurge will be getting start getting that economic advantage, and it will the game will start shifting in his favor. Let's see the units tab. Only 2 Dark Templars and 6 Stalkers as of now. Now warping in a couple of Zealots. And even his macro is really bad. I mean, if you're losing, you really need to be on next 0-0 because you're scrambling to get all your units, you're scrambling to survive. But even if you're winning, you want to keep it as low as 0 because, hey, I have an advantage. I want to push out. I want as many units. I want as many units out so I can maybe finish the game as soon as possible. Now he is getting a mothership and carriers. Fleet beacon there. Ooh, I'm not so sure about that placement. It's gonna get scouted and it's gonna be easily sniped. But I don't think he can really support a mothership and carrier builds without his ground army suffering, and as you can see, it's very, very weak. His ground army, only 2 Dark Templars and everything else is Stalkers, not even a lot of Zealots. And really these Immortals, Archons, Sentries, basically Broodboy's army can easily take this out. So really he should engage this. There's no reason why he wouldn't engage this. But well, this is the reason why he isn't. He doesn't have his units control grouped correctly, but he's gonna be defending here and pushing out here at the same time. If you see, he's further ahead in army, and he can do this. Like I said, 1 carrier out, but I think he really should put these High Templars, just move command them here and start storming immediately. Sorry about that, but he should really start storming immediately and micro these units better. These High Templars are not doing anything. Splurge is forced to push out, and that's what Broodboy is waiting for, because now he's pushing out with his other army he did side storm those probes. That's very good, but a bit late. So if Splurge was really watching, he could have just pulled those probes away, which he should have done, and he really didn't. Now we see a battle here, but as you can see here, Broodboy used that distraction to attack this expansion and probably gonna go into the main. He might not even lose this whole army, I'm not sure. I think he will, because there's carriers and a mothership there, 2 carriers. But he's gonna be taking out all these production facilities. Very good play. Now I like this. He went to attack this open expansion, this completely undefended expansion, because he saw his enemy's army there. Very good. Pulled it away and used that as a distraction to just waltz into his opponent's main. Look at how much damage he's doing. Look, just huge amounts of damage. Now he's probably gonna lose this whole army, but that doesn't matter. He's still gonna inflict so much damage. These structures unpowered. If we look at the income tab, now he's ahead because he killed all those pros. He took out an expansion. No more carriers. and I think he should definitely be able to take this game no problem, since he has his third base now, and he's at a economic advantage, and even a slight army advantage, and he's putting down more stargates. Again, he's low on gas, so he should be making zealots. I mean, he has 2,500 minerals, so he's not utilizing his warp gates for anything. Why not just make zealots? Zealots are good tanking units, especially once they have charge. And a big mistake he did this whole game is that he did not get any upgrades. Upgrades are very, very important. Like, not early game, because sometimes you can't really afford it if you're one basing, but once you get that expansion, that first expansion, I mean, you can just afford upgrades. +1 armor, +2, +1 attack, +1 armor, +2 attack, +2 armor, and just keep it up until you get 3. I mean, with 28 minutes in the game, you should have a 3 armor, 3 attack on your ground army at least. This late in the game, especially with 3 bases running. Really no reason why he didn't get that, except that, hey, he forgot. And like I said, forgetting very, very bad. Like I said, the Dukan's last game, the third game I casted, that this is the main reason why people are losing in StarCraft 2 and they're not so good, because they're forgetting. Now, will we see a mass recall? Yes, we will, but I don't know how much damage this is gonna do. Sure, he takes out that Twilight Council, but the upgrades were already made. He takes a couple of pylons, although nothing really major there. Good Side Storm, boom, boom, boom. Now this is good. This is what the Side Storm is supposed to be used for. Although what really he should have done as well, feed back that mothership. It would have died so much sooner, because it had the energy. It would have just taken 100 life out of it. So really should have fed back, whatever you call it, whatever it should be called, that mothership, and then just throw down all those side storms. But really, first he should have used that feedback on that mothership. Now Splurge is really falling apart now. He's putting up a fleet beacon when he has really no income to support any kind of carriers. He has no income to support 4 gates, let alone carriers. So now I see Broodboy just getting Void Rays. Again, low in gas, but that doesn't mean if you're low in gas but have high mineral count, just get Zealots. And as you can see, Zealots die quite fast in the late game, but they're still good because they have that charge. And well, he just left the game. He saw that he can't do anything, so Broodboy won there. But like I was saying, I'm gonna finish it up soon. Those Zealots die quite fast, but they still do some damage, especially when upgraded, and they can still tank really well. And especially with that charge, they're quite effective to keep your army, to keep your enemy's army at bay. So you're so one, they're actually tanking and taking the damage, and second, your damage DPS units rather are not taking the damage, and actually your ranged DPS units, and they're doing the damage instead of your zealots being in the back, or you not having enough zealots, so you engage an army, but then as you can see 80 life and shields for a stalker was 150. Sure, he has less, but you can get a lot more zealots than you can stalkers, and stalkers die faster because they don't attack as fast. They're just more fragile. So really, if you have high mineral count, like, put down even more warp gates and use them. Like, just if you're low on gas and have high minerals, just get loads of zealots, because they die. Sure, they die fast, but they're useful. He was expanding here as well, very good, but he won that game because well, I think he had slightly better he had a slightly better game plan. He reacted better as to what his opponents was doing than what Splurge did. Splurge really went for that initial sort of harass, didn't do any damage, lost units, and didn't really transition well into anything. I mean, he got Immortals for no reason. He could, if he got Colossi, now that could have been devastating against the Broodboy. But, you know, that's all hypothetical. Good game for now. I think I said pretty much everything there is to say. Again, loads and loads of room for improvement on both sides, especially in the early stages. In the early stages, I think I'm gonna go back and show you what what I meant before. Come on. Okay, here. Come on. Alright, I'll just speed it up, sorry about this. But basically what I was saying, he queued up his units and got his gateway late. This is a big mistake. He got also his pylon late. And look at his supply. Now, when do you want to get your supply as at what supply do you want to get your gateway as a Protoss? 12. Now he's at 12, 145. Still no probe being sent out for that gateway, and look what happens. He has 145, and look what he does. He sees, whoa, my minerals are being high, they should be low. Yes, they should be. So what does he do? I'm gonna queue up probes. Are these probes gonna be made? No, like this one's just gonna be finished, this one's gonna start being constructed, and this one's just gonna sit there for a while. Though that's just a waste of 50 minerals, and that means late gateway, which delays your tech and makes you susceptible to early pushes, but not just rushes, just early pushes, because you get your zealot or your stalker out much later, and then you get your other units much later, which means if your opponent goes for a standard 12 gate 18 core or 17 core and then opener, and then transitions into a 4 gate build, even if you try to do the 4 gate build, and look, he has 240 minerals, he's still like not doing anything with those minerals. He has 250. How much does a gateway cost? 150. Why didn't he get it before? No reason. He just forgot, wasn't paying attention to his minerals. He was worried about this scout. And what is this scout scouting? Nothing. He sees, oh, look at my opponent, he has nothing in his base. And even if he scouts, oh wow, it's a gateway. Oh wow, it's a cybernetics core. Oh wow, it's an assimilator. Now later, that's why usually I prefer to get that stalker out first. Some people like to get that zealot out first. In PvP, I prefer to get a stalker out first. And then what do? I take the stalker, kill that probe, and then transition into whatever build order I had planned. For example, 2 gate robo, 3 gate robo, 4 gate push, or something similar. But really now, he is also chasing that probe with his own probe. Now that hurts his economy quite a bit, because he has 1 probe here scouting and another one off minerals here. And what, again, like I said before, what is this probe scouting? Absolutely nothing. Like, they're nothing. He didn't do any kind of early rush, so there's nothing really to be worried about. And even if he did, that would have gotten scouted, and really no point of chasing that probe, your opponent's probe with your own in PvP.